Welcome to another video. Before I jump in, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you hit the like button, and of course, share it with everyone you know. I watched President Zelensky's address to US Congress, and I think there's roughly 6 minutes of it that should be important to every American and, of course, every Russian. So I'm going to play it for you. I will pause it periodically, not every single place, but in certain places where I think the context of what he's saying is very important and I need it to be addressed, I need it to be heard. Okay? Without further ado, let's go.
Front line. The tyranny which has no lack of cruelty against the lives of free people. And your support is crucial, not just to stand in such fight, but to get to the turning point to win on the battlefield. We have artillery. Yes. Thank you. We have it. Is it enough? Honestly, not really. To ensure Bakhmut is not just a stronghold that holds back the Russian army, but for the Russian army to completely pull out, more cannons and shells are needed. If so, just like the Battle of Saratoga, the fight for Bakhmut will change the trajectory of our war for independence and for freedom. If your patriots stop the Russian terror against our cities, it will let Ukrainian patriots work to the full to defend our freedom. When Russia cannot reach our cities, but its artillery, it tries to destroy them with missile attacks. More than that, Russia found an ally in this genocidal policy, Iran. Iranian deadly drones sent to Russia in hundreds became a threat to our critical infrastructure. That is how one terrorist has found the other. It is just a matter of time when they will strike against your other allies. If we do not stop them now, we must do it.
So, you know what I just heard? You've given me weapons and money, but it's not enough. I need more money, and if I don't get it, Russia will not only attack other countries, but soon enough, America will be in their crosshairs. You know what we call that over here? That's good old fear mongering. And as you can see from the throngs of people in Congress standing up and clapping, they have drank the Kool-Aid. So, yes, let's throw more money at him. The same guy who has already been given billions of our money.
I believe there should be no taboos between us in our alliance. Ukraine never asked the American soldiers to fight on our land instead of us. I assure you that Ukrainian soldiers can perfectly operate American tanks and planes themselves. Financial assistance is also critically important, and I would like to thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for both financial packages you have already provided us with and the ones you may be willing to decide on. Your money is not charity. It's an investment in the global security and democracy that we handle in the most responsible way.
Wait a minute. So our money, America's money, is not charity? What exactly would you call it if it's not charity? How are you going to pay it back? If Russia wins, you're about to be out of a job soon, bruv. And it's cold. It's wintertime. You think Americans don't need that money? But here you are again, asking for more. Oh, thank you for what you've given me, and I'm hoping that you will vote on more. How about you ask one of those daddy Warbucks types for money to sponsor your war? From the people who have notoriously sponsored wars in the past, the Rothschild family. Why don't you ask them for money? They seem to do a pretty good job at it. But you're coming up there shamelessly in front of Congress and asking for money from the American people. And let's not get it construed or misunderstood. When Congress gives this guy money, that's our money, that's our debt. He has no way of paying that back. None. Don't let anybody fool you.
Russia, Russia could stop its aggression, really, if it wanted to, but you can speed up our victory. I know it. And it will prove to any potential aggressor that no one can succeed in breaking national borders, no one committing atrocities and reigning over people against their will. It would be naive to wait for steps towards peace from Russia, which enjoys being a terrorist state. Russians are still poisoned by the Kremlin. The restoration of international legal order is our joint task. We need peace. Yes, Ukraine has already offered proposals, which I just discussed with President Biden, our peace formula, 10 points which should and must be implemented for our joint security, guaranteed for decades ahead, and the summit which can be held. I'm glad to stress that President Biden supported our peace initiative today. Each of you, ladies and gentlemen, can assist in the implementation to ensure that America's leadership remains solid, bicameral, and bipartisan. Thank you.
So the Russians are terrorists and they're a terrorist state. That's what you're saying now, really. I wonder what the Russians have to say about you. You're laying the blame at their feet, but you're also partaking in bombardments against that country. So, how are you blameless? Everybody wants to point fingers, but you're asking for money to sponsor a war. Is that not what you're doing?
You can strengthen sanctions to make Russia feel how ruinous its aggression truly is. It is in your power, really, to help us bring to justice everyone who started this unprovoked and criminal war. Let's do it. Let terrorists
So, again, not only are you asking for money, now you want stronger sanctions against Russia. How is it that you've not went to speak at the UN instead of coming to the United States Congress? How exactly are you so shameless to come and beg for money and then making demands for stronger sanctions on top of that? I really don't understand. Now, am I saying that I'm okay with war at all? No, I'm not. We've already seen how ruinous war can be, not just to the people involved, but to the country itself. right? We've seen it for years and years, right? None of us have probably been around for 100 years, but we know the stories of how countries have to struggle to come back after war, the massive amount of debt that they accrue. Russia is one of those countries that has come back from monumental losses. And I respect the fact that they can even, be in the position that they're in right now. What I am not supportive of, however, is for the US and Congress and Biden and his administration throwing money at this guy when there are Americans out here in dire need, barely making ends meet. I already made a video previously showing the number of Americans that live paycheck to paycheck, roughly two-thirds. Median salary to mean salary starts at about 42,000 for a family of American families. Do you think this guy cares about any of that? Do you think he cares that the border is in a mess and people are coming in, flocking in, looking for a better life that somehow the American economy has to deal with? No. All he is interested in is what he wants for his country. Doesn't give a shit about America. That's why he can be involved in a scheme with Sam Bankman Fried, getting all this money. This guy is now arrested, facing all kinds of charges and football numbers in federal prison, and he's up there asking for more money. Think about that. Anyways, that's my time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please share it. Make sure you subscribe, like the content. I'm out.